Hi friends, hey, happy Tuesday to you all. And as you can see here in this video, if you've been watching and following me for any length of time, I am not at work today. I am dressed down in my sweatshirt, and today I want to ask a couple questions, and it just kind of dawned on me, what's your return of investment? Really, what are you getting out of what you're putting into? It really hit me in the middle of the night. Again, that's usually when things hit me. It's like smack dab, like 2 a.m. And that question came to me, and it was, what is your return of investment? So yesterday at work, it was very, very stressful. It was in the air. Mondays for the last couple months, I've been covering the desk. And what that means is I'm not normally a receptionist, but on Mondays I am. And I really feel for the girl that normally works that position, because she deserves a crown, because I couldn't do that 5 days a week. There's just no way in heck I could do that anymore. And I thought to myself, the return on investment for me personally was exhaustion, stress, and a migraine. And there was no way when I woke up this morning that I could shower, do all the things, and go back in today and do my normal job. I just did not have it in me. I called my boss. I said, I have a really bad migraine. I cannot look at a screen all day long. Now I'm looking at a screen now to record this video, but I love talking to you guys. I really, really do. I just feel like I've connected with so many of you, and I just learned so much too when I record these, because you give me feedback, and I really do. Your comments mean so much to me. Really, they don't go unnoticed. So yeah, I told my boss, I just don't have it today. I said, I'm spent from yesterday. It's so funny, because 10 and 20 years ago, if you would have said to me, I need a mental health day, I would have probably thought you were weak. I probably would have thought, what the heck's wrong with you? A mental health day? What the heck is that? Well, anyone that's over 40 years old, you know exactly what that is. And if you're under 40, you might know too, because more and more it's talked about. But now that I am, like, next year turning 50, I'm feeling it, man. I really am. And I just ask for your prayers on these videos, because I really feel that the Lord He has me there for a reason. He has you where you're at for a reason, to develop and to prepare you for the next chapter. And I don't know what the next chapter of my life looks like, and really you don't either. But I'm asking prayers, because I really feel that there's another path. There's another chapter that's out there for me. And this video is not solely on myself. I want to just relay that too. If I can help even one person, I really hope to do that. But another piece to this video that I want to relay is that if you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I want you to listen to those, those feelings, and just take a day of rest. If you have a headache or you're not feeling good, don't just take a day off. If you have the flu, don't just take a day off just to go to the doctor's office. Really, we really do need to take care of our mental health. We really do. And it was real clear to me this morning that I was just not meant to go to the office today. I don't know. And it was another thing too. Yesterday, I was getting yelled at by so many people, like, you're not sending my scripts in. And a lot of these people, and this is another video for another day, a lot of people are so hooked on hydrocodone. It's so scary to me. But a lot of the scripts that they wanted were, for that drug. And, they weren't going through. And I think that I heard somewhere that the cloud was down or something, and so things weren't being sent electronically. And it got me thinking in another aspect too, when we are caught up, us believers, and the world is going through hell on earth, what's that going to look like? We are now just getting, bits and pieces of what that will start to look like. I can't imagine what people that are left behind going to go through. It's just so scary. So if you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, man, oh man, make today the day of salvation, because I don't want you to go through that. But I really want you to think about, what is your return of investment? What is it that you're getting back with all that you're putting into, your job and everything out there? What is it giving you back? Is it really, filling that void in your heart and your life? Don't make that the only thing, friends, because I'll promise you one thing, and something that one of the providers, we talked yesterday, and she had said to the supervisor, it's very profound. She says, "You think that this company is going to care about you and your deathbed? No, your kids are." And that's what I like, wow, yeah, she's so right. And I want you to contemplate that too. Like, is it really worth it? What you're giving your energy to day in and day out, do those people really care about you? Of course they don't. The people that are in your home and in your family and your circle and your friends, the good friends, the close friends, they are the ones that care. And, and there's a balance, because we all have to work. We all have to provide for our families, of course. But don't just throw those PTO days in the garbage. That they're there for you. Use that return of investment for you. Because if you don't invest in yourself, you're not made to just go, go, go. We're not machines. And I know I've used a day last month where I wasn't feeling too good. And it was, again, I feel like one day a month, my body tells me, okay, time to get away from that place, time to recharge. Because if you don't recharge, you're no good for anybody. So really think about that question. What's the return of investment? What is this doing for me? What is the purpose? So yeah, just listen to your body, and don't ignore the signs, and just come up with a plan. Maybe you have to brush up your resume a little bit. Maybe you need to look for something else. Kind of have an open mind and look at it in a different angle, because if you just stay stuck and you're doing the same thing like a rat on a wheel, and 10, 20 years go by, what did you gain? Yeah, you might have a skill set, and that's wonderful if you have, a lot of years in there. But for me, I like to try new things. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to reinvent yourself, because your future self will be so glad you did that. You'll be so glad, like, hey, I took a leap of faith. And that's a thing too. Pray to the Lord to, open that up to you. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 really spoke to my heart. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart, all of your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will direct your path. So friends, the more that you seek the Lord and listen to the Holy Spirit and his guidance, the more that your life will definitely flourish. And he will bring you to places and meet people you thought you never would see possible. But it's not going to happen if you stay stuck and you don't listen and you don't stop. It will not open up for you. But you have to have a plan. You have to be realistic about it. You can't just quit your job and say, oh, I just give it to God and things will happen. That is not how it works. Just like my YouTube channel, it's a small, slow growth. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Weren't we taught that when we were young? Fast growth is not long stability, friends. No, slow and steady wins the race. That's why these people that are hooked on these drugs and that just feed themselves narcotics constantly, it's like, I feel for them, because I couldn't imagine having one little pill control my life. No, thank you. I'm not judging them. I feel bad for them. I couldn't imagine getting to the point where I'm so mad and angry because I don't have my little pain pill. Ridiculous. I'm like, I don't think I can deal with this long-term dealing. I don't know how this receptionist works this all the time. I just pray for this woman. Please, please, please do, because she's a saint of a woman. She really is. She's amazing. Never has a bad attitude, never complains. She really doesn't. And I'm not getting on here complaining about that job. I was very thankful. I'm glad I could help her. I was glad I could do it. But man, oh man, I can feel myself at my age now. I'm like, I'm not cut out to do that anymore. I used to be able to do it fine, but I don't know how she does it. So really think about that question today. What is your return of investment? What are you doing with what's instilled to you? And really, if you are not saved, friend, today, make today the day. Because you don't have a moral compass without Jesus Christ. You don't. And I know that's harsh, but it's the truth. It's black and white. He's the only one that can steer the ship of your life in a good direction. So don't waste time today, friends. Make today the day of salvation. And think of Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, okay? Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge him in all your ways. Everything you do. Acknowledge God in all your ways. And he will make your path straight, friend. So, I'm not going to make this any longer. I'm going to get off here and get moving. Yeah. I'm going to enjoy this day off, and I think you should too, friends. Until I see you in the next video. Oh, please like, subscribe, and share. I really think that hopefully, I can help one person today. And let's just spread the news of the Lord and do his will today, friends. I'll see you again later. And just remember, above all else, that God, he really does love you. I'll see you later. Bye for now.